What's up, cousin? It's so good to be here at the edge. And
I'm just so excited to try this place.
Me too.
Oh, let's see. Where should we go? You want to try the ramen?
Yes, let's get ramen.
Let's do ramen all the time.
Absolutely. Can I have an order of the shrimp tempura?
And I'll try the gyoza. I'm down for a beef burger.
Hello. I want to try the Birmingham dog. I heard it was really good.
I'm gonna hold it down for the bacon lovers and try the double bacon cheeseburger.
Anything to drink, guys?
A blue Gatorade.
I do an orange Gatorade. Got to get those electrolytes in this election season.
In this Birmingham. Bing.
Yay!
This looks great. I'm so excited. Dumplings.
Those look so good.
So does your shrimp.
I need a little
sauce.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Gotta try it. Let me see. I'll give it a little dip.
Okay.
Ooh.
I heard the crunch. The crunch sounds amazing.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Stir the dumplings.
Really?
Good feeling, not dry. I'm here for it. Okay, this is great.
Really good. Let me try. Okay. I'm being such a foodie.
That is fine.
We gotta get down to business.
I'm here for it. Let's chat.
We handled the first business, now it's time to. So, it's voting season.
It is right around the corner for November 5th. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be here sooner than we realize.
I know, and I'm very interested in this whole season, and I'm super excited, and I just think that it's super important for us to use our platforms to inform this younger generation specifically.
I agree. I feel like we gotta help people get a plan together. Have you ever had a plan for your voting?
No.
No, okay. That's all right. We can get information.
No. So here's the thing. I've always just been taught well what to do, but I don't think I've ever had like a plan. But I think what I've done has worked for me, you know. So I guess in theory I did kind of sort of have a plan.
Okay.
But I think now more than ever it's super important to stress the fact that a plan is important.
Yeah, okay, no problem. I jotted down a few things to try to help us.
So you can't prepare.
I can't prepare. It's really important. I jotted down a few things to try to help us to make sure we're in the best formation.
I like that.
To try to get the best outcome.
We got to get information.
Yes.
Okay.
As Queen Bee would say. Okay, so I made a little plan to help us get information so we can try to have the best outcome for November 5th.
Okay.
So number one, for your voting plan, check your voter registration station. Do you know where you're registered to vote?
You asking me?
Yeah, do you know where you're registered to vote?
I do.
Okay, great. I vote at my local, it's like a community center, and they like deck out the gym with all the polls, all your ballots, everything in there.
I vote at a church.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
it's like a whole little blessing going around.
Okay, well, if you don't know where to find your polling location, for all of our lovely listeners out there, you can head on over to vote.gov, look up your state, and it'll tell you exactly where you need to go. So
Absolutely.
Number one, make sure your face is in the place, check your voting registration.
That's good.
Okay, so number two, what about our college students?
I think for me in college, I was a tad bit confused. But if you are in college, I would advise, it is advised to vote locally.
Yeah, so you have to move your registration from your hometown to where you're currently located.
Exactly, because that makes it more convenient for you.
Yeah, now I know you can do that in Auburn, where you go.
Okay, well, I went to Jacksonville State. I am a Gamecock. But I remember being in Jacksonville and changing my location down there, and we voted in the local area.
Yeah, and a lot of on-campus organizations, sororities, etc., they may have different voter registration events to make sure you're all ready to go to.
Yeah.
Third things up, we want to make sure we do our research. Research your candidates, research their voting platforms, research their issues. Make sure you're well-versed so when you get to the actual voting day, you actually know what you're talking about, you know?
And don't necessarily listen to all the chatter that you hear. Yeah. Do your own research. I think that is imperative that we go out and we research on our own to specifically figure out like the candidates that best suit our wants and needs and the things that matter to us day to day. So definitely your research, for sure.
So after you're all researched on your topics, then you can download your ballot. And that's just literally making sure you have the document you need to make sure your vote is submitted officially and everything's all good to go. Did you know you can download your ballot?
Is that the vote411.org?
Yes, look at you.
Okay, I know.
You
I know a little
something.
something, you know. Look.
You can download your ballot about 2 weeks ahead of your voting date to make sure you get it in, resubmit it, and all good to go.
Okay. Well, let me get to downloading mine.
Yeah, super convenient.
So it's super important to understand the deadlines for voting.
I need everything on my calendar.
Absolutely. But how do you plan your day for voting? Like, what do you typically do?
I really want to make sure that I get up early enough to get there ahead of time, stand in line, be able to have time to get a little breakfast or lunch or something after. So I
make a whole day out of it.
Okay, it is a pretty important day.
It's very important. So you go, you vote, and then like you said, dinner.
I also like to post a picture of my sticker. That's a favorite.
Absolutely, yes. You have to flex with the sticker just a little bit.
Just to let everybody know you're there. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you also have to make sure you have all your necessary documents before you can vote. You have to have an acceptable ID. So like your driver's license, your passport, something that lets everybody know you're official and eligible to vote in this state.
Okay, that's good to know for those that didn't.
Yeah, so find your licenses. Some people probably never use them.
Yeah, you don't want to get there.
Yeah, stand in line, waste your time, have to turn around.
Yeah.
Get your documents ready.
For sure. And ultimately, I think for me, it's just about making it fun.
I agree. You said you're going to make a whole day out of it. I love that.
Politics and the election season is so high stress. It is so much like tension. Regardless of where you stand, I think the most important thing to do is just make it fun, have a good time.
Treat it like a self-care day. Put on a nice outfit.
Because ultimately
it is together. Go have a meal after. Celebrate.
Because ultimately it is self-care. You're caring for what's going on around you.
Yeah, your community.
Yeah, self-care.
Love it.
Listen, we have started with this appetizer. We have just, gave a little bit of the importance of voting, but I think it's time to move. Yes, I think it's time to move over to the main course. What you think?
Okay, I'm here for that. Let's go.
So now we got our beef hamburger. I don't have a burger. But
delicious.
I have a hot dog.
I'm holding it down for the
burger. But nonetheless, oh God, it looks so good.
It looks amazing. They have a great menu. Thank you.
It's very nostalgic. You know, when you were younger, you would eat a chili dog.
It's comforting.
Yeah.
This burger is great. The bun is like
super soft. This is too. I don't know where it comes from, but
it's on the front. I'm gonna steal a tot.
Okay. Yeah, we share. We share. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now let's get down to the meat of the matter.
Oh, no pun intended. Good one.
Local elections.
Okay.
They're important. Tell me about them. What do you know?
Well, I take those very serious too. Because that is what impacts our day-to-day life. And I think it's super important for the younger generation to understand that something impacting our day-to-day lives means the school board.
Yeah,
so
city councils.
Yes, so all those things directly affect us daily, So it's super important to me. And I take those very serious as well.
Yeah, it'll help you see the most immediate impact on your vote.
In your life.
Literally the things around you. Yeah.
And then just another thing is just thinking about the county, water.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah, so things like that.
Making sure everything in your neighborhood is well regulated. Property taxes.
Oh
my gosh. They can get expensive.
Absolutely. So on the flip side to that, of course we have local, we have federal, of course. But what about state? How do you feel about that?
Oh man, statewide elections are important as well. They literally impact, that's our day-to-day lives before like everybody around you. So all of Alabama. And as you know, it was some pretty dicey information on the ballots. Well, it was some pretty dicey situations going on in our local legislature this year. Yeah. But statewide elections are important because they help us elect things like our governor, state legislators, things like that, statewide offices and officials. It's very broad, but it's still very important to you.
Very important because it impacts the bigger group of us in the state. Okay. So like you said, it's just like the governor, it impacts the Secretary of State.
Oh yeah,
the Attorney General. And the treasurer, which is equally as important.
Yeah, you definitely want to be able to have some type of input in how your state funds are allocated. That impacts things like your school system, your roads, all that jazz.
Yes.
Okay, so it's time for dessert.
So we have the cookies. If you don't know, now you know. Wow.
Let me see.
I'm excited.
Oh my God, they are so thick. Okay.
Well, it says nice and thick.
Nice and thick.
Oh, what do you want to start?
I'm starting with the purple haze. I
think I want to go traditional.
Okay,
first.
All right,
I want to try the chocolate chip.
This cookie has weight.
It does have weight. Oh, it's good and fresh.
Oh, this is great.
Yes.
This is great. This is lightening up my mind to talk about lighter topics, broader topics. I think
It's trying to get to the sweet stuff.
Yeah, the sweet spot.
The sweet spot. Okay, you want to try another one?
I'm good for now.
Okay. Well, we've got down to the meat and potatoes.
The grand finale.
Now it's time to get to the sweets. The national election. As you know,
everybody knows about that.
November 5th.
Elections, yes.
Which is 4 days before my birthday, by the way.
Oh, yay.
But I just had to plug that in there. But it's super important because we're going to be voting for the president, the commander in chief, the one that helps with the legislation and national policies. That's super important. And it's super important for Gen Z, millennials to get out and really make their voice heard.
Yeah.
You know, like never before.
Yeah.
I think that we have so much power in social media and, you know, our day-to-day lives and the things that we do. We go to concerts, we go to, you know, a lot of the kids, they play video games, and it's like a community, a family of people. And I think the same way that we do these other activities, whether it's social media, gaming, whatever it is, we need to put that same impact into voting.
I agree. Our national elections also involve voting for Congress. You know, that's our state house, our House of Representatives, our Senate, our House of Representatives. They play a big role in what laws and things get passed as well. When a bill comes to them, they're the ones who get to vote and decide, is it passed, is it not? Definitely, Congress matters as well.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so I know that the whole electoral college thing can be a little bit confusing.
It can. Popular vote, all that jazz.
But did you know, have you heard about the initiative that you get a younger person that's maybe in college that has a friend in a different state, a swing state rather, and ask them to ask 3 friends to vote, and that kind of sways.
Oh, okay, I see how that can be impactful. All right. Now, I do know when it comes to electoral college votes, the presidential candidate that gets the most popular votes will then receive all of those votes from their electoral college. So if you can get your friends in other states to like commit to going to vote, then that can definitely help impact those the outcome.
So basically just get your friends.
Yeah, take your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend. When you make a whole day out of it, everybody come out in your coordinated outfits, take a selfie, all that jazz.
That's good. I like that.
Our national elections are also important because it involves the Supreme Court justices. So they're not elected. They are nominated by the president but confirmed by the Senate.
Okay,
so that's like a double bang for your buck in
right
there. Making sure you get out to make sure that your voices are represented in your presidential choices, your Senate votes, all that jazz.
Because the presidential vote determines
their philosophies, their ideologies are going to impact who they decide to nominate for those Supreme Court justice seats.
And then the Senate,
they have to confirm it.
Yep. So all of that kind of works in tandem.
Hand in hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you just taught me.
We're learning today, cousin. We're learning.
Yeah, we're learning.
Those Supreme Court seats matter.
Yeah.
They're lifelong terms. So if you want to make sure your voice is heard, if you want to feel like what I care about will be reflected in those decisions, get on out on November 5th and make sure you vote.
November 5th, that's the day. You know, like the box said, and if you don't know,
now you know.
Thank you for listening. We are grateful to our fantastic guests, Jasmine Shaw and LaDarrius Hutcheson, for sharing their insightful tips on creating a voting plan. We also appreciate The Edge for graciously hosting us at their amazing food emporium in West Homewood. This episode of Share the Mic was recorded by our AV maestro, Ronnie Gatry, with editing also by Ronnie Gatry and Libby Lassiter. Amandre Johnson runs our social media. Share the Mic was created and produced by Libby Lassiter. Our podcast is a proud production of Share the Mic LLC, a small band of diverse friends with a passion for social justice. To support our 2024 mission of engaging youth in voting, follow us on social media and share this episode with one of your friends. Together, we can make a difference.